Governor Neil Abercrombie was in Hilo on Saturday, and he wasn't in town only to sample the wares of Hawaiian practitioners such as Cyril Pahinui at the Hawaiian Invitational Arts and Crafts Fair. The governor also paid a visit to the USDA Pacific Basin Agricultural Research Center, where he presented a $200,000 check from the State Department of Agriculture that will go toward the center's zero-waste biofuel and high-protein feed program.
Making that kind of investment, making a visible investment, making a commitment to our farmers to say to you, we are not just asking you to produce, we're not just asking you to help sustain agriculture, we're going to support you. We're going to reach out to you, and we're going to support you all across this whole spectrum. We believe that farmers can turn waste liability into a revenue stream. That's what this is all about. That's what this check and this ceremony is all about today. To make a visible commitment to the people of this state that we are serious when we talk about putting agricultural first and foremost in our policy arena. Our presentation on the count of three will show a check for $200,000. That's the commitment of the state of Hawaii to PBARC.
Partnering with the Florida-based BioTork Hawaii LLC is working on producing biofuel and high-protein animal feed from unmarketable papaya.
For every 2 papaya that is packed in the box to sell, 1 papaya goes in the waste bin. So 3 years ago, Francis Z, Marisa Wall, and myself figured, how can we do something? So the Zero Waste program was born. And essentially, the idea is to produce something out of nothing. You know, what can we do with the waste?
What this does, as Lisa has explained, what we're trying to create are 3 multiple revenue streams for the program. Number 1, of course, to produce oil, high-protein feed. Number 2, to develop and market tropical biotech library. And number 3, to create the integrated bioenergy system that we discussed over lunch.
Officials want to move the project to pilot scale as a prelude to commercial production.
We want to have a beef industry revitalized here in the state of Hawaii. We want to have that beef recognized the world over for the quality that it can produce, the same way we do with papaya, the same way we do with coffee, the same way we do with so many other products that we have here in Hawaii. Hawaii has an iconic niche in the rest of the world in terms of automatic acceptability. You have to work hard to undermine the positive image that Hawaii has. And so if we can take advantage of that, particularly through the high protein feed idea that now undermines our capacity to have successful animal husbandry here in Hawaii because of the high cost of importing feed. And if you combine that with zero waste biofuel, that means, just as Dr. Gonsalves said, on the one hand, we're producing a product that is going to have credibility throughout the world in terms of the rainbow papaya, and for those papayas that don't meet the standards that we have set, what that means is we're going to be able to take what otherwise would be seen as waste in Opala and turn that into a biofuel that's going to benefit all of us here in Hawaii. One of the questions that I'm asked on different occasions when I go to the mainland, meet with other governors and other people is, well, what do you export from Hawaii? And I said, principally, we export dollars. We export dollars for fuel. We export dollars for food. We even export prisoners and have to pay for that. So we're changing all of that. We want energy independence, we want fuel independence, we want agricultural sustainability, and we want to take care of our own problems right here in Hawaii when someone has gone astray or off the path that they should be following, and give them the chance to get back in positively into an ohana. We want to keep those dollars, we want to keep those researchers, the folks that are represented by PBARC here, Dr. Gonsalves' legacy in terms of ag research, both the university and federal agriculture. Those are the kind of jobs, those are the kind of careers we want here. not only on the Big Island but throughout the state.
While papaya was chosen as the initial feedstock, this technology can be applied to any plant material as a carbon source. In Hawaii, other identifiable feedstock are unmarketable sweet potato, sugarcane, mango, albizia, and glycerol. The governor also honored Kohala-born Dennis Gonsalves by proclaiming April 6, Dr. Dennis Gonsalves Day.
A proclamation to be presented to Dr. Dennis Gonsalves, an international award-winning researcher in the field of agriculture, born and raised in Kohala, here on the Big Island. Someone who knows very well what those of us who supported the Kohala Task Force meant when we said, we have our faith in you, we put our trust in you. He led a team of researchers that in 1991 developed the first ring spot virus-resistant papaya, known appropriately enough for all of us here in Hawaii as the rainbow papaya. This gentleman here is the rainbow man. And this gentleman here will be the rainbow man for a papaya industry that's going to take off here in the 21st century and create a new era of prosperity for agriculture. He had his Bachelor of Science degree in 1965, earned his doctorate of philosophy and plant pathology from UC Davis in 1972, started his research career in 1965 at the experimental station here at UH, and he's retired now, he says, but we're not going to let him actually have that title. After being the director here at the U.S. Pacific Basin Ag Research Center, he's focused his research, as I've indicated, on the biotechnology of papaya and other crops as well important to Hawaii and the Pacific Basin that is in the direct interest of our state, our nation, and technology transfers all over the world. Therefore, as governor, I do hereby proclaim April 6, 2013 as Dr. Dennis Gonsalves Day in Hawaii, and ask all the people of Hawaii to join all of us here today in honoring Dr. Gonsalves for his contributions to the agricultural industry here in Hawaii and throughout the world.
Gonsalves is perhaps best known for developing the transgenic rainbow papaya, which was released to farmers in 1998. Many say the genetically modified fruit saved Hawaii's papaya industry from the ring spot virus, which at the time had reduced Hawaii's papaya production by 50%.
As I reflect here, I see some of my longtime papaya friends here, and I notice papaya here. And the papaya story, I think, is a good example of what research can do. But we all know that research takes time. And if you do research to react to the problem, then a lot of times you won't do it in a timely manner. But the papaya work essentially is an effort that was done because back in 1978, the dean said that, if the papaya virus went to Puna, it'd be a big problem. So we started doing the research. Now that's past history, but I really hope we don't forget what it was in the 1990s when essentially it was almost impossible to raise papaya in Puna. But now this is April 6th, 4 days ago I just made 70 years old, so that dates me. But I'm actually looking beyond because today we'll talk about they'll focus on the zero waste program. Now, I've been retired a few months now, and I come back here, I see that PBARC is in good shape. They have excellent researchers. They'll carry that zero waste program onward. But as a private industry, I've always been interested, as a private citizen now, always been interested in translating the research to reality. Because, if you don't translate it to reality, then it's a nice academic exercise, but the farmers will not benefit. So I'm really looking in my private life that I hope I can help to transfer things like the zero waste and other stuff to the reality. Thank you very much.